Welcome to the first episode of DA Sports. Welcome to the channel. DellAnthony, yours truly here, speaking about what I love, sports. But the first topic I want to talk about is a team that I've loved since I was a kid. Since Jim Plunkett hit Kenny King for an 80-yard touchdown in the 1980 Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles. That is my Oakland slash LA slash back to Oakland slash Las Vegas Raiders. I wanted to talk about a couple of things today. The first thing I wanted to talk about is Derek Carr. And when I hear these announcers like Emmanuel Ocho, Joy Taylor, Ryan Clark, whoever you can name, Shannon Sharp, the first thing they do is want to give Derek Carr a pass because he's been there through the tough times. 6 coordinators, 6 coaches, all that is BS. He gets paid plenty of money to play quarterback, and he's a very inept quarterback. He's very inconsistent, and he cannot improvise off of what the system is. He's like a Rich Gannon 2.0. The pass he gets is because his brother David Carr was the #1 draft pick of the Houston Texans. So we forget how inept Derek Carr is. 9 years. 9 years. 2 appearances in the playoffs, 1 he couldn't even play. So now let's get to reality. I hear you guys badmouth Russell Wilson. He's no good. Colin Kaepernick lost it, this and that. But doesn't Russell Wilson have a Super Bowl? Didn't he actually take his team to another Super Bowl? Whether people like him or not, that's not my concern. But didn't he go to 2 Super Bowls? Didn't Colin Kaepernick go to NFC Championship where Richard Sherman was yelling at Crabtree? And then didn't he go to a Super Bowl where there was the infamous blackout against the Baltimore Ravens? So let's not say that they should be down for what they do, but you allow a quarterback after 9 years to not get the job done. That wouldn't be acceptable in anything. Derek Carr is a very inaccurate, very unstable quarterback when the pressure is on. Just like he missed Waller going up the right seam in last year's playoff near the end zone when he forced it to Zay Jones. He always throws into coverage. And just like last week against Pittsburgh, where we're still fighting for a playoff chance, Renfro up the seam, but overthrew Waller with 3 Steelers on him. The defense sucks. That's another situation. We're talking about Derek Carr because everybody has a bleeding heart for Derek Carr. But Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. Other quarterbacks was chased out, and they had Super Bowls or playoff appearances. Appearances, plural. So now, let's get off of Derek Carr, because it's a whole team thing. RaiderNation, stand up. Let's talk for real. What makes Ziegler and Josh McDaniel, Heckle and Jekyll, qualified to run our historic franchise? First of all, I think Louis Riddick would have been a better GM. Not only because he played the game, it's because he played the game at a nice level where he was one of the better players, and he has a lot of analyzing how football's supposed to be, and I believe he was an exec somewhere else. So the reason why Ziegler and Josh McDaniels got this position is because we got whoever he's supposed to be, the owner of the team, which is Mark Davis. Now, our franchise has been suffering. I call it the curse of Marcus Allen. Al Davis treated Marcus Allen so bad, who's our all-time greatest Raider, even though I love Bo Jackson. He's our all-time greatest Raider, and Al Davis treated him like trash. So I believe we're getting that poison of that, would you say, karma, so to speak, now, or karma. As far as Derek Carr, again, he's just Rich Gannon 2.0. He can go where the ball's supposed to go, but if you need him to improvise, he can't do it. So now let's back to the people who are running the ship. Mark Davis was never seen as a serious owner by his own father. Do you guys know the history of Mark Davis? He used to be used as a jester to entertain the players when they came in for minicamp. That's what Mark Davis was. So he got the job because his father was Al Davis. Nepotism, inheritance, whatever you want to call, but he's a joke of an owner. 2, if we do make a trade, everybody's happy about, we could get Tom Brady. He's 46 years old. I don't know if that's going to really help us. But A trade for Aaron Rodgers, I think, would be great. I think he's won out his welcome there. You could bring Derek Carr in until Love is ready without the pressure of the fans, and we can get a veteran that knows how to win big games in crucial times. Now let's get back to our owner slash coach slash what have you. Yes, McDaniels have 6 rings, and he could put them on the table. And as a Raider fan, we haven't had that in a while, so that's very appetizing. But here's the reality of it. He was a part of a team. He wasn't the head person. So it's not like a Pat Riley or a Phil Jackson where they can put those rings on and people go, wow, I'm going to go play because you're about winning. He was a part of a winning situation. He wasn't the reason why they won. We almost won today's game because of the athleticism and the system knowing of Jarrett Stidham. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, but if we had Derek Carr today, guys, we'd have been blown out. Let's just be honest about it. They would have blew us out. Now, as far as our defense, we can't stop a nosebleed at all. This is our 5th time blowing a double-digit lead. That's our defense. I don't know what Patrick Graham is doing with these zones, but that's ridiculous. It almost sickens my stomach that as a Raider fan and the way my RaiderNation stands up and we represent everywhere we go, we have to put up with an inept team like this. This was horrible. This is horrible. We need to do something about it. Maybe boycott games and not go to games. That's not always the answer to boycott, but maybe if they stop making money off of us, they realize they have to do something or sell the team. The reason the other owners like Mark Davis, because he's no threat to them. That's why they like him. Not because he's competitive. They like him because he's a joke. They can tell him what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and he'll just do something just to get us in Vegas so people can bet. But he's not a good owner. Because why would you hire Ziegler and hire him? And why would you let Rich Bisaccia go when he did a heck of a job last year? A heck of a job. So, and for those, okay, I got to say this. I know John Gruden did some things that wasn't cool, but welcome to America. That has been happening for years. But I can say, the first time around, John Gruden built those Raiders. He built those Raiders. In 2000, Saragusa fell on Gannon. 2001, the infamous Tuck rule. In 2002, our owner traded the coach who knew our whole system to a team and didn't even get like a Warren Sapp or like a Derrick Brooks or anything. He gave us draft picks. So ever since the curse of Marcus Allen, which is what I call it, happened, we've been horrible as a franchise. And it's not a Derek Carr, a Josh McDaniel, or a Mark Davis can fix. It's bigger than that. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you tune in soon.